Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण everyone. So today is Sunday. It is 29th of October. It is Kartika Masa or Damodara Masa, and also beginning of the month, and it is Pratipad. So about Damodara Mantha, so just two lines from the ISKCON.com. So Kartik, also known as the month of Damodara, is a month for deepening one's love for Krishna. It is considered by devotees of Krishna to be the holiest month of the year. During this month, devotees make extra vows, perform extra spiritual activities, and generally worship Krishna in his form as young boy Damodara, who was once bound at the waist by his mother Yashoda as a punishment for his mischievous childhood pastimes. Every morning at 7 a.m. and evening at 7 p.m. at the temple, everyone has an opportunity to show their heartfelt love and devotion to the Lord by offering ghee lamps and singing before Him. So that is the beautiful day of month of Kartik, the holiest month. That is from the event's perspective. So devotees take an opportunity to offer ghee lamps at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. every day. Okay, so that is from event's perspective. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, so Suda Goswami is narrating about what Parikshit has done. So after understanding that dharma and earth and also personality of Kali and their conversations and what is happening, he understood the properly all the situation. And then he spoke to dharma, understanding that you are a personified dharma and cow is the mother earth. And then after that he pacified them properly, and then he started. Yesterday we have seen how he was identifying Mother Earth. Yem cha bhumi bhagavata nyasto gurubhara sati Srimadbihi tada padanyasaihi sarvatah kruta kautuka sochati asturakala sadbhi durbhaga iva bujjita sati abrahmanya rupavyajaha sudra bhokshanti mamiti. He understands that Mother Earth is crying, keeping the tears in her eyes because of this degradation of the Brahminical culture and Sudras occupying the posts of the administrators, and also separation from Krishna. So likewise, she is now crying. So after that, he understood and he pacified with his consoling words. So Suda Goswami says that Parikshit Maharaj, after pacifying, he took the sharp sword to kill the personality of Kali. So by his judgment, it is not because Dharma said or Mother Cow said, it is by his own judgment, because he is the king to punish the miscreant. He took the sharpened sword, who is the cause for all these religious things. So likewise, so the Goswami is saying, so we are in the first canto, chapter 17, verse number 28. Iti dharmam mahim chaiva santayitva maharadah nishatam adade kadgham kalaye adharma hetave iti dharmam mahim chaiva. So in such a way, he consoled dharmam mahim chaiva santayitva maharadah, and he is the Maharada. And what he did, santayitva, after he pacified them, santayitva maharadah iti dharmam mahim chaiva santayitva maharadah nishatam adade kadgham, and he took the nishatam, the sharpened, the sword, adade, so he has folded this kadgham, the sword, very sharp, sharp-edged, the sword. Kalaye adharma hetave, kalaye adharma hetave, to kill the personified Kali, who is the reason for all the this mischief. Adharma hetave, he is causing the irreligious things. He is the root cause of everything. Adharma hetave. Iti dharma mahim chaiva santayitva maharadah nishatam adade kadgham kalaye adharma hetave. So translation for this verse is, Maharaja Parikshit, who could fight with 1,000 enemies single-handedly, thus pacified the personality of religion and the earth. Then he took up his sharp sword to kill the personality of Kali, who is the cause of all irreligion. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As described above, the personality of Kali is he who deliberately commits all kinds of sinful acts, which are forbidden in the revealed scriptures. In this age, Kali will certainly the full of all activities of Kali. But this does not mean that the leaders of society, the executive heads, the learned and intelligent men, or above all, the devotees of the Lord, should sit down tightly and become callous to the reactions of the age of Kali. In the rainy season, certainly there will be profuse rainfalls, but that does not mean that men should not take means to protect themselves from the rains. It is the duty of the executive heads of the state and others to take all the necessary actions against the activities of Kali or the persons influenced by the age of Kali. And Maharaja Parikshit is the ideal executive head of the state, for at once he was ready to kill the personality of Kali with his sharp sword. The administrators should not simply pass a resolution for anti-corruption steps, but they must be ready with sharp swords to kill the persons creating corruptions from the angle of vision of the recognized Shastras. The administrators cannot prevent corrupt activities by allowing wine shops. They must at once close all shops of intoxicating drugs and wine and force punishment even by death for those who indulge in habits of intoxication of all description. That is the way of stopping the activities of Kali, as exhibited herein by Maharaja Parikshit, the Maharada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in this purport, Prabhupada is giving instructions to everyone. So even though there is influence of age of Kali with full of all these activities of Kali, so that does not mean that leaders of the society, that is executive heads, learned and intelligent men, or above all, the devotees of the Lord, so should sit down and tightly become callous to the reactions of the age of Kali. So we have to take the steps to counteract the age of the Kali. Though it is dharma of the Kali to influence his activity, he is doing his duty, and the devotees of the Lord, we have to spread Bhagavatam to everyone to elevate these conditioned souls onto the transcendental platform, bring them nearer to Krishna for their perfection of life. So then only Lord will be very happy and spiritual master will be happy. So this is the devotees of the Lord, and the executive heads, they have to execute the society without any intoxicated shops, and also these There are so many wine shops are there, slaughterhouses, and so many other things are the bad activities which are condemned by the Shastras. They have to shut down everything. That is the duty of the executive heads. And also intelligent men, the Brahmanas, who are the learned, and they have to direct the society as a matter of duty. But how can that happen if we simply go and tell, and then would they do it? But still, our duty is to spread Krishna consciousness, educate the children. Children are going to be the future executive heads, future learned men and intelligent men. At least they will save the society. So that is the education system is the main thing that devotees have to concentrate on. Okay, and that is also part of the Varnashrama Dharma. And Prabhupada has given all so much of knowledge and everything. As a matter of his duty, he has given so much of compassion and mercy. We are now having this kind of shastric injunctions, and everyone are able to understand in their own way. We have to execute the rest of it. So that is Prabhupada is giving. And any kinds of this law, man-made law, there are always some loopholes. Everyone are man are imperfect with four imperfect things. Fall into illusion, imperfect senses, tend to cheat, make mistakes. These are the four things. Whatever man makes, it does not become perfect. So those are the defects of the human society. So we have to take directly from the Shastric injunctions. So that is Prabhupada is mentioning here. So here Maharada Parikshit, he is able to do everything, even to punish the personality of Kali. Iri dharma mahim chaiva santayitva Maharadaha nishatam adade kadgam kalaye adharma hetave. And who is the root cause of all the irreligion. So that is the Maharada. He is the Mahabhagavata as well. Parikshit. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Satsvarupa, October 26, 1969, Tettenhurst. Can I request any devotees to read this letter?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. My dear Satyaswarupa, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated October 22, 1969. I have duly made corrections on the Aishopanishad glossary you had enclosed, and I shall send it to Brahmananda as requested by you. I want that in all of our books, magazines, and other writings, the scholarly presentation to be given in all instances. So for every Sanskrit word, there must be the appropriate spelling and diacritic marks. Regarding your questions about Vet Godhead containing more than one essay by me in certain issues, you may use your own judgment in this connection. Enclosed is a tape for Krishna, and at the part of this tape where Kamsa is killed. That is the end of the first volume of Krishna. The remaining portion shall be published as the second volume. Now we must make arrangement for its publication. Please consult with Advaita as to the price for 10,000 copies of the style of teachings of Lord Chaitanya. There will be approximately 350 printed pages and 50 pages of painting. So combinedly, you determine what the production cost will be and let me know your figures. Regarding your final question, you are correct that Garpadakshay Vishnu and Karanadakshay Vishnu are not divisions of Paramatma. So you may change the word divided into is one of. I am so pleased to learn that already the press is ready to begin printing some Krishna conscious booklet. And please keep me informed on your progress. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, here?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. It is so enlightening, like how Prabhupada was dealing with the disciples. It is not like a master servant or liked relationship. So he was so acceptable, like whenever some his disciple was telling some corrections or wanting to say some suggestions, Prabhupada was always ready to accept that, and was always ready to correct that. So that is not a common thing when happens, as people get some wealth or get some recognition or something. That is not always possible. It shows like how humble Prabhupada was, how strong he was. So that is a perfect example for a leader, how a leader should be. So he should always accept what disciples are saying, and he should correct when it is needed. So it is very very good thing. And Prabhupada was giving all the charge, all the in charge, to take charge of everything to disciples, like how the price will be, and let me know. So he was giving the duties distributed to everyone, so that they will feel like they are involved in something. They are also the part. Their contribution matters, like that when someone get the feelings, they will also be more encouraged to do something more. So Prabhupada was a perfect leader, and Prabhupada was very humble and meek as a perfect devotee. How is a great example for how a devotee should behave. So yes, Prabhu, that is the main thing I could realize. And of course, Prabhupada, how also the Prabhupada vision, how his book should be presented. There should be every translation for everything, and there should be proper didactic mark. So that was Prabhupada vision. Like everything should be perfect. Every book and everything what doing in this country should be perfect. That was Prabhupada vision. And yes, devotees are trying their best to follow that. So yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully summarized. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to highlight?
Krishna, beautiful realization from Mataji. And just to add how Prabhupada, in all his writings, no one could go and read it and criticize Prabhupada. Really, I don't hear much of that, because he makes sure that all his writings in books, magazines, any kind of writing is presented perfectly, scrutinized beforehand, before, Prabhupada didn't have to go personally and do these things. He had the gift and the power to sort of allocate different individuals who follow his teachings to present exactly what he wanted. Like he wanted to develop temples, he wanted to provide literature so people can know about the movement, and everything was scrupulously gone over and presented in the perfect presentation. All the books have got. He talked about the paintings as well, how it should be included, and there was a mention of the Vishnu in the different forms, how they should not be divided. They shouldn't be divided. The Paramatma, yes. And instead of saying divided into, you would say it belongs to, one of, is one of. That means it's part of. And so it's not divided, it's not separate. And yes, he was so keen in following up all the process of delivering the literature to the public. So he was, this every letter he attended to, and he directed these individuals with because of his determination and his enthusiasm. All his devotees were able to respect him and perform whatever he asked. So that's what is highlighted here. He can be in India, but he can operate activities in America, in China, in you name it, he was able to. In Russia, all these places, he propagated amazing Krishna conscious movement in all over the world. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees? Okay, so in this letter, Prabhupada is one first thing is the just in addition to that, the appropriate spelling and diacritic marks. It is very important. So this is the Sanskrit is very rich in every way, in all angles, and so other scholars they would also see about the philosophy and how these sound vibrations are being used. So Prabhupada mentions that otherwise they think that it is plain English, plain language, or they don't give any kind of attention to it. So when we speak something, so it has to come through the proper sound vibrations. In the Sanskrit, we have got in every language of in India, so these consonants and vowels, they have given in proper way, we have to pronounce in that way. Otherwise, it would lose its power to when we vibrate those sounds. So that's why the spelling and diacrit marks are very important. We have to pronounce properly. That is one thing also my takeaway. And also Prabhupada is mentioning here and the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Karunodak Sai Vishnu, Paramatma. So Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Karunodak Sai Vishnu, they are different personalities, and Paramatma is a different personality. They are not combined together. They have got different functions. Vishnu Stutrini Rupani Purushakya Admito Viduhu. Ekam tu Jagasraste Vidiyam Twanda Samsitam. That is, one is the Garbhodaksa Vishnu, from whose body all these so many universes emanate, and the current Garbhodaksa Vishnu enters into one of these universe, Twanda Samsitam, and Trutiyam, who is the Paramatma existing in all the living entities. Trutiyam Sarvabhutastam, who exists in all the living entities. So Tani Jnatva Vimuchyate, and who understands these three personalities, they will be relieved from this material world. So that is also mentioned. So they are the three personalities. It is not the Garbhodaksayi and Vishnu and Karnodaksayi Vishnu. They are the part of Paramatma. It is not like that. So Krishna expands first Karnodaksayi Vishnu, later Garbhodaksayi Vishnu, and later Paramatma. Three different personalities. Okay, so that is the one statement Prabhupada mentioned. Okay, that is my takeaway from this letter. Thank you so much, Mataji. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter, and from the announcements perspective. So from today onwards, we are offering these ghee lamps. I think one of our devotees are also in the evening at 7 p.m. They're also trying to do this one lamp offering, and also Damodarastakam. It may be just 15 to 20 minutes, I believe, 7 p.m. Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji is going to take that one. Maybe I'll speak and then I'll post some information in the WhatsApp. Okay, so that is from the announcements point of view, and otherwise all other activities are usual. And we have concluded this fundraising event for Lord Narasimhadev. So today we will be just making an offering to the Lord Narasimhadev. I will share those contributions, whatever we have received so far. Then, yeah, and then we will wind up. We'll close down the event. Okay, that's all from the announcements perspective. Thank you so much for all the devotees who have contributed so generously. Everyone somewhere or other, either here or through different channels, they have done. Thank you so much for that. But yes, that's all from the announcements point of view from my side. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates from the temple, or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can I ask you one doubt?
Yes, Mataji.
So, Prabhu, what you were mentioning, I didn't hear you properly. So, Karnadakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, what was the third one you were saying?
Kshirodaksai Vishnu, who is the
Okay.
Paramatma.
Okay, Prabhu. I didn't hear that. There was some. So, okay, thank you so much, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Any other updates? Okay, so if there are no further updates, we shall conclude the session, and we will continue with the next part of our program. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. It is a Sloka learning. So dear devotees, if you don't have any other activities, duties, you could also stay here just to hear this Sanskrit, so that devotees all equally they are going to take part to understand the shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam. It is not mandatory, it is your voluntary interest. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 2, and it is these are very seed slokas to understand the philosophy. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is a first canto, chapter 2, and verse number 16. So I request dear devotees to take part in reciting this verse 3 times. We go in the alphabetical order, and then we will discuss each and every Sanskrit word. Can I request Dinasreshta Mataji, if you are available, to recite this verse 3 times?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanetava. Hare Krishna everyone, Dhanetava. It's 16, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yes,
Om
Mataji.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sushrosam Sadadhanasya Vasudeva Na Katha Ruchiha Yata Mahata Sevaya Vikramaham Punyatirthaya Nirvase Vananta Sushrosaham Sadadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchiham Yata Mahata Sevaya Vikram Punyatirtha Nisivananta Sushrosam Sadadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchiham Yata Mahata Sevaya Vikram Punyatirthaya Nisivanata. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully recited. So what it means, this verse is actually when one renders the devotional service to the spiritual master, at the time Vasudeva Katharuchi automatically develops, because it is called Mahat Seva. That is Suta Goswami is giving. It is very important verse. So this is Susrushoho Saddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchihi Syan Matsevya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nishevanat. So likewise he is mentioning. Okay, so can I request next Gaurangi Mataji to recite 3 times?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Everyone, Dandavat Pranam. Okay. Sushrushaha Saddadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchiha Syanmahatsevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nisevana Sushrusha Saddadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchiha Syanmahatsevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nisevanat Sushrusha Saddadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchiha Syanmahatsevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nisevanat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Debashish Prabhuji
Prabhu, my pronunciation is not good. I'll try, Prabhu. Haribol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Haribol. Shushna Shraddha Nasaya Pansava Kata Ruchya Sayamata Sevaya Vipana Punaya Tirtha Nishvata Shushaya Sadhanashaya Vasudeva Karta Ruchya Sayamat Sarvaya Vipaya Punaya Tirthanashata Shusho Sadhanashaya Vasudeva Karta Ruchya Sayamat Mahat Sarvaya Vipaha Punaya Tirthan Nishvata. Sorry, Prabhu, so bad, horrible.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It is a very good reply. Can I request Mampi Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Susroha Sradhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchi Sanya Mahatasiva Vipraha Punya Tirthani Savin Vanita Susroha Sradhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchiha Sanya Mahata Sevaya Vipravraha Punyatirthani Savenata Susroha Sradhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchiha Sanya Mahata Seva Vipravaha Punyatirthani Savenata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Jahnukanya Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Shushriso Shradhanasya Vasudev Katarushihi Shyan Mahat Seva Vipraha Punyatirthani Sevanat Shushriso Shradhanasya Vasudev Katarushihi Shyan Mahat Sevaya Vipraha Punya Tirthani Sevanat Shushruho Shradhanasya Vasudev Katarushihi Shyan Mahat Seva Vipraha Punya Tirthani Sevanat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Saranya Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Susrusho Sraddhadanasya Vasudeva Kadaruji Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punyatirtha Nishevanat Susrusho Sraddhadanasya Vasudeva Kadaruji Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punyatirtha Nishevanat Susrusho Sraddhadanasya Vasudeva Kadaruji Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nishevanat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. And can I request Mampi Mataji?
Prabhu, sorry, Mampi Mataji is not here.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhu, if you don't mind, and can I ask you, like, the Prabhupada was mentioning about the diacritics, isn't it? So, how it is pronounced, like that there is a mark above S, isn't it? So, how is the pronunciation of that S?
Yes, that is very good question, Mataji. So here, so there are, this is Susrusho, so there are 3 letters in the Sanskrit with regards to S. One is Sa, Sha, Sa. The 3 letters. This is Sa. When we give the I do not know what it is called. It is called Komu. So that is a kind of a Ukaram. Then Sa plus Ukaram, Shu, that is Shu. And there are other letters, Sa, Su. and then sha, shu, sa, su. There are 3 letters. This is sa plus ukaram. This is the letter. It is for the ukaram.
So it will be like
Susrusho.
Su. Okay.
Susrushoho Sraddhadhanasya. Dhanasya. Here, this is sa, and here it is sa. That is how it is pronounced.
Okay. And what about if there is a dot? There is an Rujihi, like that H, there is a dot behind that, isn't it? So there is any, the second Vasudeva Kada Rujihi. So what that small dot below H?
So this is Susrushoho. This is Visarga. So you see there are 2 dots here. It is Visarga. So when we say Shoho, at the end it ends with H. And then this is the 1 dot. And then if there is only 1 dot kind of thing, then it starts with like that, makaram. Here it is Visarga. Susrushoho Sraddhadhanasya. Ho, it comes like. And then here Vasudeva Kataruchihi. See, when you see here Visarga here and H and the same dot here, this is called Visarga. So when we are saying here on the top of letter A, so there is a small hyphen. We have to say Vipraha, Vipraha. When there is no letter Vipraha, then there is a line on top of it, Vipraha. And here Syan, not Syan, Syan, Mahat. Here there is no prolongation of A. It is Mahat. Sevaya, Vipraha, Punya, Tirtha, Nishevanat, Nishevanat. Here once again Sha comes. So there here another Sa, Syan. Sa, Sha, Sa. 3 letters are there. So it is, if it is first letter is when there is no kind of this kind of symbol on top of it, then it is called Sa. And then when there is S and H, it is called Sha. And when there is this one, Sa. Plus Vukaram or Akaram, like this, those they will start with U or A kind of stuff.
Okay. So if that is hyphen is above I, so the last Punya Tirtha, so that I should be elongate like Tirtha. Is that so?
Yes. Yeah, Tirtha, yes. Prolongation of that letter.
So Nishevana, there's a dot above below N also, na? So there's will be like how pronunciation there. Nisheshva N, below N there's a dot, isn't it?
So here, this is this Sha, this Ni, She. So there are 3 letters. Yeah, this is second letter. Nishevanat, Nishevanat, Nishevanat. You see here, this is 1 Sa. And here, this is Shu. It comes like this. And then third letter Syan. This is the Syan. You see here, Sya comes like this. And here, this is Shu. And then this is Sha.
Okay.
Nishevanat. So there are, we could see 1 letter is the first Sa, and then this is the second letter of Sha plus Yetvam. So Yetvam is the it starts with E. And then here it is third letter Sya plus Vukaram.
Okay. So it would be like Susrusho, like that.
Susrushoho Sraddhadanasya.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Got it. Yes, it come by practice, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is Susrushoho Sraddhadanasya Vasudeva Kataruchihi Syan Matsevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nishevanat. Okay, so this is very beautifully Suta Goswami is explaining here. Okay, so now when we go to the meanings, can I request dear devotees to take the turn?
I'll read, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Just the translations, meaning, synonyms, yes?
So here, yes, Prabhuji. So would you like to, for the synonyms, could you please give kind of only two words of the first line? Susrushoho and Sadradhanasya, and then what you understand from it.
Susrushoho, one who is engaged in hearing. That means, like, we should, my understanding is from this verse is we should be hearing Krishna Katha all the time, or the glories of Krishna all the time by with our hair, or chanting all our hair should be always hearing about Krishna. That's my understanding. And Shraddha Shaha, with care of attention. Like whenever we listen Krishna's name or Krishna's glory, we should pay attention. At the same way, when we do the chanting, we have to pay the attention. This is one of the 10 offenses. So if we don't pay attention, that becomes an offense. So we should always try our best to pay our attention and respect when you're hearing the Krishna Katha, Krishna's name. Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So beautifully explained. Susruho Sraddhanasya. Susrushoho Sraddhanasya. Just attentive hearing. Okay, so next is Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi. So can I request Dinasreshta Mataji? So what is Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi?
Whenever you listen to that story about the glory of our Lord Krishna, you have to be full state and concentrate to listen and make make a message to feel your own self and make it feel everyone. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji.
Prabhu, am I understanding wrong? Isn't it that Katha Ruchihi means we should grow our interest to listen more?
Yes, this is Ruchi is the taste, and
Taste.
Vasudeva. Yes, this is the taste. We get attracted by different kinds of tastes. Here we are being attracted by Vasudeva Katha. These stories of Vasudeva, pastimes of Vasudeva, that taste. And by what? This is the Susrushoho, and then how? Sraddhanasya, with the care and attention. This is medium, and through what and how, and then what, and then this is adjective. Ruchi is the adjective, and what is the subject here? Vasudeva Katha. And then here Susrushoho, this is the verb, and then this is the Sraddhanasya, adverbs. So it is very beautifully patterned, and when we divide this one through the Chandas, Chandasu is the, so it is like a Lagu and Guru, thus pronunciation of each and every letter that would be divided, and then every line is properly aligned according to the Chandasu and Samasas Sandhi, dividing these words and combining the words, and also split the letters, and then in each line only set of letters would come. Likewise, this Sanskrit is properly divided. This is grammar. Okay, so here Ruchi is the taste. Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi. Okay, thank you, Mataji. So can I request Gaurangi Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Syan Mahatsevaya Vipraha. Would you like to say what is Mahatseva called?
Is devotees, pure devotees service. Mahaseva, Sat means is made possible. Is this one is I don't understand probably.
This is the it is possible. Syan is possible, and Mahat Sevaya.
Yeah. Mm, is pure devotees is going to seva with Bhagwan Prabhuji. Yes. Yes, is Prabhuji.
Mataji, you can explain in Hindi. It's like a Vaishnav Seva, like the service to the devotee.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay. This means जो प्योर भक्त है वो लोग भगवान को सेवा करते हैं जो सब भक्त को सेवा और भगवान की सेवा करने में वो अच्छा लगता है प्रभु जी। मैं वो हिंदी में भी नहीं आता प्रभु जी, सॉरी।
Mataji, but you have explained very summarizedly, properly. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this Vasudeva Katharuchi, how one can get the Katharuchi, how one can wake up early and engage his devotional activities, that is by rendering service to the pure devotees of the Lord. That is only the medium. If we simply go to the temple and just take darshan and come out, am I being called a devotee? Here it is not recommended, that one. So how one can become, one can get the Vasudeva Katharuchi, it is by rendering service to the pure devotees of Krishna. Mahat Sevaya, then only one can get the devotional service. That is Ruchi, taste for Krishna Katha. Thank you, Mataji. And then can I request Jahnu Kanya Mataji to explain about Punya Tirtha?
Hare Krishna. Punya Tirtha, those who are cleansed of all vice. These two words are explaining how devotees who focus seriously and sincerely by delivering pure devotional service with deep, sincere focus on the Lord in mind. So you are undivided attention. It will actually help you and undivided attention, instead of being opposed to or rebel against the Lord, you will receive all your sins would be vanquished. It would be erased, I believe, Prabhuji. And it is stated in Bhagavad Gita, I think it's chapter 16, about the Asuras who are not aware of the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead. So they gradually degrade themselves repeatedly to the lowest states of ignorance and sink to the bottom, the lower animal level forms. And however, the scriptures is pointing to this can be reversed or rectified to Godhead, a liberated form. So you will you can survive this by the mercy of the Lord. And it says in the Bhagavad Gita 18, chapter 18, no one is dearer to him, the Lord, than one who will risk everything to preach his glories, to talk about his pastimes and his and relish in his glories and share it with others. So in other words, is by serving the servants of the Lord, one gradually gets the quality of such service, and which is the highest state, and being together with the Lord. Then why? What? Because you are doing service, you don't have to be fully educated. You're not coming as a scholar, but you can actually, by your performance and your sincerity and having Krishna in mind. And how do you do it? You hear with eagerness. Every performance, every kind of activities you do, you put it, you're so eager to hear it. You get qualification, and therefore you become eligible to enter into the kingdom of God. So in other words, the incarnations of the Lord would come to save you. You know, Krishna came in different incarnation to save us, to save the human society from dangers of godliness. Does that make sense? Godlessness. So people who don't take the Krishna conscious or don't have any kind of belief or spiritual inclinations would end up in the lowest of low states. But Krishna can save you if you actually perform sincere, eager, or in other words, you take the Krishna and you love Krishna. You show total undivided attention and love for Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I carried on too much, you know.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So that is beautiful. So Punya Tirtha, it is the Tirtha is the pilgrimage. Tirtha is the pilgrimage. Punya Tirtha is very auspicious pilgrimage. What is the auspicious pilgrimage here? All the devotees, when there is a sannyasis are coming from different places, and everyone go and offer their obeisances to the lotus feet of the sannyasis who are completely dedicated to the Supreme Lord. Because they have gone to all the tirthas, they have seen all the Lord's pastimes and different places, and they stay there and then walked there, and then they took darshan there and spent time there, lived there very austerely. And then when they come here into different society among the people, then all the people will take an opportunity to go and render some service to them. That is the Punyatirtha Nishavanat. When by rendering service to such kind of highly elevated devotees, what is the devotee? They're all roaming around. Parivrajakacharya. They're roaming around the world only to deliver the conditioned souls. We need to render service to such kind of people. That is the Punyatirtha. They're all called Punyatirtha. So this is Bhagavad Bhagavataha Tirth. Yudhishthira says to Vidura, Bhagavad Bhagavataha Tirthabhotaha Swayam Vibho Tirthe Kuranti Tirthani Swa Antastena Gadavruta. And a person who keeps Krishna in his heart, wherever they go, they make that place as a Tirtha. So that is the Tirthe Kuranti Tirthani Swantastena Gadavruta. Swa Antastena, because the Antaha in their heart, they keep the Lord. And wherever they go, they speak only Krishna Katha there. And when they speak Krishna Katha, that will become a Tirtha pilgrimage. Here all the Paramahamsas will be attracted to that place. So here, that is compared with Punya Tirtha. It is Punya Tirtha. So to go something, Punya Tirtha. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. And can I request Malati Mataji? So Nishayavanath. So what would you understand from this one?
Krishna, which one?
So this is the meaning of this Nishayavanath, the last word of this verse. We couldn't hear you, Mataji.
Probably, I think that we can clean our all karma, or we can clean our by serving a god or devotees.
Yes, perfectly said, Mataji. Just by rendering service to the devotees, one get the Vasudeva Katharuchi. When one hears Vasudeva Katharuchi, gradually he will be cleansed of all kinds of sinful activities from the past lives, and no more engagement of again vikarma. Thank you so much, Mataji. Beautifully said. It is rendering service to the great devotees of the Lord. And can I request Saranya Mataji? So just as a overview of this one, so what do we understand in this shloka?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. It is as I said, a beautiful shloka. Here, it saying like, by serving the devotees, pure devotees, we will get the taste to hear more and more Krishna Katha. So it is there. It is not mentioned like doing something directly to Lord or Krishna. They mention here. It is mentioned like serving devotees is more important than serving Krishna himself, because by serving devotees we get the taste to hear the Krishna Katha. So once we get taste to Krishna Katha, we will hear more and more Krishna Katha. So that will ultimately lead us to pure prema or to pure Krishna Bhakti. So the beginning is just serving the pure devotees, and it is mentioned like those who are cleansed of all vice. So Punya Tirtha, which means when we render service, we should try to serve the pure devotees. So it is like it is just a caution, like as you were mentioning. So the actions and words describes a person more than what they want to, what they need to. So their actions and needs are what shows a person is. So we should serve the proper person, so that we will not get diverted, or we will get the right destination. If we choose a good devotee and we serve them, we will get the taste to hear more and more Krishna Katha, and that is ultimately one person need to improve. So this is, yes Prabhu, this is all about serving the devotees and improve our hearing, so that we will ultimately get what every living entities want. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So that is, serving devotees is Mahat Seva. When we serve in the temple to that Lord directly, it is loving devotional service. So it's a different, here it is specially mentioned Mahat Sevaya. Okay. Can I request any other devotees? Like, let us see how much purport is there. So there are 3 paragraphs, and if there are any devotees, I might have missed, and if they are hearing, so I'm happy for them to take part to read the purport. Or any voluntary devotees to read the first paragraph of the purport.
I'll read, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
The conditioned life of a living being is caused by his revolting against the Lord. There are men called devas and godly living beings, and there are men called asura or demons, who are against the authority of the Supreme Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, a vivid description of the asura is given, in which it is said that the asuras are put into lower and lower state of ignorance life after life, so sink to the lower animal form and have no information about the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead. These asuras are gradually rectified to God consciousness by the mercy of Lord's liberated servitors in different countries according to the supreme will. Such devotees of God are very confidential associates of Lord. And when they come to save human society from the danger of godlessness, they are known as the powerful incarnation of the Lord. As son of the Lord, as servant of the Lord, or as associates of the Lord. But none of them falsely claim to be the God themselves. This is a blasphemy declared by the Asura, and demonic followers of such Asura also accept pretenders as God or his incarnation. In the revealed scriptures, there is definite information of this incarnation of God. No one should be accepted as God or as an incarnation of God unless he is confirmed by the revealed scripture. Haribol Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So beautiful explanation, Srila Prabhupada here. So this verse, and also there is equivalent verse in the Bhagavad Gita also. Can I request any dear devotees to say that verse? For this verse, Susrushosha Sriddhadhanasya Vasudeva Kataruchi. The similar kind of verse is there. Krishna speaks that one to Arjuna. When one is trying to inquire about Krishna Katha from the devotee, and then how he can inquire. And first he has to render some service, and then he can ask, and then the devotee would reveal all the information to the whoever is surrendering and rendering service to the acharyas. Any indications, dear devotees? Tadvidji?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, Mataji, please.
To serve any devotee means should we serve the pure devotee or any devotee?
It is pure devotees who have dedicated their lives completely. So any devotee is also good, but it is depends on what is going on in our heart. If I am just completely Uttamadhikari, then I would see everyone as the child of Krishna. That is the Uttama Adhikari state. If I am a neophyte devotee, then I go to the temple and see the Lord and take darshan and come out. That is the Kanishta Adhikari. Madhyam Adhikari is the one who goes to the temple, see the Lord and make friendship with other devotees, and then stay among the devotees, hear from them and serve them. Like that is the second level. Third level is Uttamadhikari. Either he considers even the non-devotees are also, they are the children of Krishna. And then he will see equally all the living entities, either it is a dog, cat, or a bug, or even a small insect, or a bird, beast, and everything with the equal vision. That is the Uttamadhikari. So when we are rendering service, at what state I am in? But when we do not know much of this information, we go to the temple, and if there is a sannyasi, it is better to render some service to the sannyasis first. If sometimes, always it is not possible, then what is the next level? Stay among the devotees and then hear from them and engage in the devotional activities. When the sangha is going on, oh, I would like to take part some service, I wanted to do some service in the sangha. Like I would like to coordinate this sangha, and I would like to allocate some devotees and each and every Saturday. That is also one service. And I would like to advertise this broadcasting and this philosophy and Krishna Katha. Then that is also service. So somewhere or other we are connectingly doing it to please Krishna and to please Srila Prabhupada, who is our Acharya. That is, all the service go to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. If we are not doing because of our personal sense gratification, we are doing for the spiritual master and Krishna, that would also act on our soul. On us, we are souls. It would act on us. That way, we get this taste. So, for example, if I wanted to serve, so then I would ask Mataji, how can I help you? For you, how can I do service to you? Then you would say, Prabhuji, so please, I wanted to know this. Please tell me this. What can I do? Then the activity starts. That is the devotional activity. See, it is not the personal sense gratification. No personal interest. It is only Krishna and spiritual master and Shastra. So you could also get some services from any Sangha as well. You can ask. So first it is you have to initiate. How can I help? How can I serve this Sangha? Likewise, you can start. That is the initial dialogues. And later on, gradually, when you get a sannyasis coming to our Sangha, or when we go to the temple, when we meet the sannyasi, then it is very easy for us to take part in that service. So it is also mentions येषां समनुस्मतां पुंसां सद्यः शुद्ध्यन्त्वै गृहाः किं पुनर्दर्शनस्पर्शा पादसौ च आसनादिभिः. When the devotees come, just by remembering them, we get so much of yesham sam anusmadat pumsam sadhya suddhyantvai gruhaha, and ourselves and the entire family will be completely cleansed. Kim punadarshana sparsha pada saucha asanadibihi. If we touch them, if we wash their feet, and if we give some place to sit, what to speak of those things. So these are give shastric injunctions. So we have to render some service. That way we develop our devotional service. It is not simply I have given service to sing some song, sing some kirtan or Mangalacharan prayers and Narasimha prayers. As soon as my part is done, just drop from the Sangha. Then the taste may not be developed. We have to take the opportunity to respect the Sangha. What is that Sangha? Tolayama lavenapi na swargam na punarbhavam bhagvasangi sangasya machenam kimutashishaha. A moment of devotees association is more valuable than the liberation, and what to speak of these heavenly planets and the earthly comforts. So it is more valuable than the liberation itself, the moment of devotees association. So if when we render some service to them, so how can you identify whom I can choose? So by their words and by their actions. It is not by the body. It is by their words, what they're speaking, by actions, what they're actually engaging. 10 good thoughts might be overcome by one speaking. 10 speakings are overcome by one action. So likewise, there is action is the service. By one service, even though my mind have got so many bad thoughts, but when I did good service, it would override everything, all the bad things. Even though I have been speaking so many unnecessary, unrelated things, but with one good service, it would override all my words. So that is how it comes through the actions. Sometimes we may think that it may not be possible. I'm not a good devotee, but I have woke up at 4:30 and to chant and to attend the Mangalarati. You have done that activity already. So that means you have overcome already 2 phases. You have come to that stage. So actions are very important. And you can always ask that service, that Mahatsevaya, that is called Mahatseva. Thank you so much, Mataji, for hope that makes sense.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Can I add to that note an experience I have that I received the highest taste from venturing into the service, the kind of service you're talking about. I was longing to do some reading to people who are isolated and got nobody else to come to them, and mostly devotees. And Krishna has arranged it for me to go and see somebody in a care home. And she was Prabhupada's devotee. And she has no one. She's very lonely and very ill, you know, and stuck in a care home. So one Mataji just by chance telephoned me. Nobody, I didn't expect it. I didn't spread the word, although I did offer my service in the appropriate places. Mataji phoned me and I didn't expect it from her to say, can I go and see this lady, please, and do some reading from the Bhagavad Gita? And I snapped it up and went the next day. And there was a bit of a hurdle when I got there because the boyfriend was there and he was dictating and telling me that he's, you know, I introduced myself and everything. And he said that, is that okay with the group to share this experience?
Yes, Mataji, yeah.
So anyway, the gentleman said to me, no good coming and reading religion to her. She's he goes in one ear and he comes out to the other. She doesn't comprehend, she can't take it, and you know, and she'll get distressed and all that. So I asked her, because she was able to communicate after I respected his wishes, and I said, thank you for letting me know. And I said, Mataji, is that okay with you? And, you know, nicely, I used my psychological technique, and it worked. She said, please, please, please read to me, please. And I asked her to choose where she wants me to read. She said, beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. So I slowly introduced it, and I said, you want the introduction? She said, no, I want to go straight to chapter 1. So I went into it and I slowly read to her and asked her, you know, as I was reading, and say, where did they have the battle and all that, because she's a devotee, and she was able to communicate and tell me, and she was reading in with me, but she can't see and read. So anyway, and so I carried on, and when I said to the Prabhu, when she's tired or when you've had enough, I'll leave, you know, so I'm not here to impose my way. And so she said half an hour or so. So I said, wonderful. So I did half an hour, and I said, okay, nearly half an hour it was. And I said, is that okay? She said, oh, carry on. Can you read the next chapter? And it carried on like that. So I felt the higher stage you're talking about, I received some of that by doing this service. It was so beautiful. I came away feeling so amazed that I have actually helped somebody in a way that they couldn't, and they were longing for it. So yeah, these kind of you know, ventures that if you have the strong desire, it come to pass. You don't have to go looking for it. You know, you don't have to fight for it. Krishna puts it on a plate for you. It is amazing. And I squeezed that in my service in the temple as well. So I made some time and went and did this before I went to the temple, and everything was so beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji, for allowing me to share this. I'm just wanting to share it with other people because it does work.
Yes,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji. It's such a lovely, lovely. I agree with you more, Mataji. Seriously, I found that exactly same way. If you want to serve, Krishna make an arrangement for you from from the blue. It'll be there. Something will be there, and you want to serve, and Krishna arrange for you.
Absolutely. Like
Absolutely.
you do at the temple, isn't it? It's what makes you carry on.
Places. If you want to serve a Vaishnav, you really want to serve, and I don't want to say an example. It will sounds like I'm like, you know, praising myself.
No,
But
no,
it
no.
happens, Mataji, so many times. So many times it happens to me. I want to serve, and it the opportunity is there. I can do it. Krishna organize everything, unfold all the paths. Mataji, is so true.
That's why you keep continuing to do what you do at the temple. It's amazing, isn't it? It gives you that drive, that, to go on. Wonderful. So I'm really pleased, and I'll be going to see her every week. And I did ask the Prabhu if it's okay to come again. And, you know, we became friendly in the end. He was so nice. He said, I hope I didn't offend you. And, I just had to check it out. I said, no, not at all. You need to know what's going on. You're her partner. They don't live together, but he looks out, he known her for so many years, so he comes to see her.
It is
And so
beautiful.
it was so lovely. And guess what? To put the cherry on the pudding, she's from my country.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
So we connected so well, and she was smiling and really enjoying every word I was reading. It's so lovely. Honestly, it made my day. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Mataji, for sharing that lovely story. Thank you so much.
How can it be possible? She's from my country. It was arranged for me to go, and I was available. Isn't that I made availability? So you got to make that effort. Otherwise, you're not going to be in that beautiful, tasteful place. And then we get closer to Krishna, which is wonderful. Well, that's my desire, obviously.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Okay, so that is how the service. For example, even I'm very far away. Just rendering, I was given this little service to the sangha. So just host these things. So that way, we are also getting developed, and we are trying to share each other. This is a very beautiful thing. You do not have to be in the temple itself. Just through the sangha activity, somewhere or other, we are doing some service.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request other devotees to read? There are 2 more paragraphs. Another devotee to read this paragraph.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, please.
The servant of God to propagate God consciousness. Hare Krishna Prabhu. This was the first one. Isn't it? Okay. Hare Krishna. The servant of God are to be respected as God by the devotees who actually want to go back to Godhead. Such servants of God are called Mahatmas or Tirthas, and they preach according to particular time and place. The servant of God urge people to become devotees of the Lord. They never tolerate being called God. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was God himself according to the indication of the revealed scriptures, but he played the part of a devotee. People who knew him to be God addressed him as God, but he used to block his ears and his hands and chant the name of Lord Vishnu. He strongly protested against being called God, although undoubtedly he was God himself. The Lord behaves so to warn us against unscrupulous men who take pleasure in being addressed as God. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this is beautiful pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Atavaham dharadami bhutva madbhakta rupadru. So it is Atava, it is madbhakta rupadruk. He is like a devotee of himself, devotee of the Lord. That is Atavaham dharadami bhutva madbhakta rupadruk. Mayayam cha kali bhavishami kalo sankirtanaghame. Just to establish the Sankirtana movement, he has appeared in the form of a devotee. So beautiful. So he blocked his ears with his hands and chant the name of Lord Vishnu. So that is the quality of a devotee. So he is perfect devotee. Even though he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is playing that role. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request other devotee to read this 3rd paragraph?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read Prabhuji? I'll
Mataji.
try.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. The servant of God come to propagate God consciousness, and intelligent people should cooperate with them in every respect. By serving the servant of God, one can please God more than by directly serving the Lord. The Lord is more pleased when he sees that his servants are properly respected, because such servant risks everything for the service of the Lord, and so are very dear to the Lord. The Lord declared in the Bhagavad Gita 18.69 that no one is dearer to him than one who risks everything to pursue his glory. By serving the servants of the Lord, one gradually gets the quality of such servants, and mm, those one become qualified to hear the glories of God. The eagerness to hear about God is the first qualification of a devotee eligible for entering the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this is very beautiful passage. Here, who is the devotee means, so as Malati Mataji asked, whom to select and to serve. If they are acting to spread Krishna consciousness, like one person is distributing books, one person is engaging in another service. So just as simple as that, we just go on, how can I help you? Can I help you? Can I take one book and give to other person and for the distribution? So that is the simple service. Then Lord will be very pleased with such kind of devotees. They're rendering service to the other devotees, taking part in the devotional service, sharing the nectar from other devotees. That is the devotional service. There we do not expect anything from personal sense gratification or our fame or namesake or anything else. We wanted to please Krishna with our service. That is only the eternal taste. It will come with us. We don't take anything personally. So it is to please Krishna, to please Krishna's devotees, and to please the spiritual master. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So likewise, Swatu Goswami here, this is the seed verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Susrushoho Sraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Kataruchihi Syan Masyavai Vipraha Punyatirtha Nishevanat. Very beautifully said. So I request, dear devotees, if you have got any other comments you wanted to say or any questions you have, so kindly share or kindly ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can I add something for the Mataji's question, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
So Mataji was asking whom to serve, devotee or pure devotee. So the thing is, practically it is very difficult to understand who is a pure devotee. So only Krishna will know who is a pure devotee. So externally we may see like someone a scholar who is doing many services. So we may think with our senses that he is the pure devotee, but in heart maybe some neophyte or someone who is not able to read, or who is in a very bad situation, his desires or his sincerity may be more than to the advanced. So only Krishna will know who is a pure devotee in the heart. So no one can it is very difficult to identify externally who is a pure devotee. So when it comes to practice, it is better to be non-judgmental, like to treat everyone with respect and to treat everyone as devotees, because we never know what is going on his head, what is their circumstances, what they are going through. So we should be careful, like we should not think that, oh, this is a pure devotee, this is not a pure devotee. So that is very danger in our progress, because we may make wrong decisions, so we may choose wrong. So in case of Janukanya Mataji, she was doing a great service to a devotee. So when we see externally that Mataji was not able to do anything, but her desire was so strong that Krishna arranges Janukanya Mataji to read Bhagavad Gita for her. So that is so Krishna knows who is this, who got the desire, who is sincere. So so when it comes to practice, we should treat everyone as the servants of God, and everyone equally, so that we may not commit a mistake. So yes, so that is also important, like we should not commit offensive against anyone, whichever state or whichever position they may be. So we should guard ourselves against Vaishnava Aparadha. So we can treat everyone as devotees, everyone as pure devotees, and we can treat everyone equally, so that we can we can protect ourselves from Vaishnava Aparadh. So, yes, Prabhu, just wanted to add that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Here, Mataji, here. You're done a wonderful description there. This is something I battle with quite a bit. That they say you must only serve pure devotees. You must, look to the pure devotees and follow their instruction. That's good. But what about the non-pure devotee? Isn't that what Prabhupada said, that we should reach out to the public, to everybody, and let them know what there is to make them happier? Because there's so many sufferings going on in the world. Pure or non-pure devotee are suffering in one way or the other. But there are some down and out people who have nothing, and they're very unhappy. So that's why we are reaching out to poor villages in India and Africa as well, and trying to help them so they can find some kind of solace in the scriptures, that could find some happiness. Sometimes you don't have to have anything, but if you have the pure heart and the cleansed, the heart is cleansed, it can accept any condition in the world, good or bad. So this is what we're trying to do, reach out to people so they know there is something better in the world that could help them to reach the personality of Godhead abode. So thank you. Sorry. That was so beautifully said. Thank you, Mataji.
So when we treat others, so everyone we consider as a devotees of Krishna. Of course, devotees in the sense who are coming to the temple at least to see and stay among the devotees and chanting, following the regulative principles. So these people, either they are Kanishta or Madhyama or Uttama, but a pure devotee, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Kavihastini Shuni Chaiva Subhake cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. They would see equally all the living entities. They have transcended. They are called Pandita. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Any other things, or before we conclude this session? So it is a good discussion, and also we hear different meanings and these things, and ask questions to understand this verse. So when we explain to the others, then we know why this verse needs to be used. शुश्रूषोः सृजधानस्य वासुदेवकथारुचिः स्यान्मस्येवय विप्राः पुण्यतीर्थनिषेवनात्. Very beautiful verse. Okay, if you're all happy, so we shall conclude our session and continue with further japa. Or if you have any questions, or kindly share your questions so we can answer those things.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I would like to ask one question, Prabhuji, about the Damodar Puja.
Yes,
When
Mataji.
we have to do for the Damodar Puja, is early morning Mangal Aarti or evening Gaur Aarti, Prabhuji?
So there are this ghee lamp offering, Damodarastakam and ghee lamp offering, morning at 7 a.m. and evening at 7 p.m. 2 times. It is recommended. So just now we have read from the ISKCON.com that is mentioned. Morning at 7 a.m., evening at 7 p.m. with the ghee lamp. So it may be taking
So
maybe
that is after Damodarastakam, and after that we need to do for the Guru Puja, and after that morning one, and after evening one is, and after Damodarastakam, then we have to proceed for the Gaur Aarti. Yeah, Prabhuji?
I think so, Mataji. So in the evening, Gaura Arati at 7 p.m. after Damodarastakam and ghee lamp offering, that would also go in. So times will not be changed just because of Damodara month. I think in the temple, I think Jahnakanya Mataji from the temple. So do you have any pattern, Mataji? So how this Gaura Arati takes place when there is a ghee lamp offering and Damodarastakam is there? Is that
7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night, every night the public are, is morning and night, yeah.
And would those, whether they will be in sequence or parallelly go Gaurarati and Damodarastakam?
Oh, no, they they start singing, and then when you do arti for the deities, after that you have the public coming off on the little lights.
And after that, is there a Gaurarati? Gaurarati is for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Oh, in the morning.
In the evening. Whether
Oh.
they go parallelly or sequentially?
They go sequentially. You can't do it parallel. It would disrupt one, wouldn't it?
Yes, Mataji. So
yeah,
but
yeah.
Shrestha Mataji is asking, after Damodarashtakam, whether Gaurarati will take place like that.
I think Gaurarati, I was doing books when they were doing the Gaurarati, but I went to do the lights after. So I'm going to find out and come back with this answer.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
I'll find out this morning. I have a meeting with one of the Matajis, and I'll ask her.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Thank you.
And I could put it in the group.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji Hare Krishna.
No worries.
Haribol. About the Lord sitting, so that's it. Haribol.
Mataji, I don't know if you know your system is very muffled. Well, for me anyway, I can't hear you very well.
Haribol, Mataji.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do my best way to go. So I don't know. I'm a little bit getting confused about which one is I have to do first, and or maybe I can do the parallelly, or I don't know, Mataji. That's why I was asking for Prabhuji. Haribol, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, nice to hear you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so we're already 8 o'clock, so we shall conclude our session, and we'll see on next Sunday for a blissful next verse of this second chapter, and 17th verse. That is also very beautiful verse. Maybe if devotees, if you just understand this one beforehand, and you can also share more nectar of it, or you can recite nicely, or you can enlighten us. So this is the thing we share every Sunday as a learning thing. Okay, so Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, everyone. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya eva cha patitanam
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ki Jai. Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna conscious.
Hare Krishna.
Have a very Krishna conscious day. Thank you, Haribol. Happy Damodara Ashtakam. Sing Damodara Ashtakam in the daytime. You will see the joy you'll receive.
Yeah, Mataji. So just I was wondering, which timetable should be